Gran Turismo 7's free July 2025 update is here, or more commonly known as GT7 Update 1.61. And of course, in today's video, I'm going to dive into the entire new patch notes that are now available, which includes all of the content, things such as engine swaps, and of course, any bug fixes and maybe little hidden notes that are tucked away in there. However, before we get into this video, I'm so close now to 60,000 subscribers, which is the aim for this channel towards the end of this year, to hit that big 60k number. So if you want to stay up to date with everything Gran Turismo and motorsport gaming related, then feel free to leave a like, subscribe and turn your notifications on. But anyway, let's get to it. Update notice 1.61. A new update for Gran Turismo 7 has been released. The following is a list of the main features and adjustments introduced. So let's start off with the main features then. And number one, the cars. Now the following three cars have been added. The Honda N1 RS from 2022. This will be sold in Brand Central. The Nismo R34 GTR Z-Tune from 2005, once again sold in Brand Central, and the Nissan Qashqai Tekna 190 two-wheel drive e-Power, once again 2022 model, sold in Brand Central once again. Now there's also a new colour selection for the following car, that is the Lexus RCF GT3 from 2017. Of course that is the updated Super GT livery from the GT300 class, which has been updated to the 2025 edition. Number two is Gran Turismo Sophie, which is now implemented at high speed ring. Of course that is only for the PlayStation 5 version of the game. Number three, World Circuits. The following new events have been added to the World Circuits, that is the Nürburgring Nordschleife for the lightweight K-Cup, Alsace Test Course for the Japanese FF Challenge 450, and Fuji Speedway for Race of Turbo Sports Cars. Number four, the Cafe added a new set of conversations with characters appearing in the cafe. These new conversations can be accessed by changing to the following cars in Garage and then speaking to the characters themselves. I have no idea why they continuously update this, because I really don't know anybody that goes out of their way to do this, unless it's by complete accident. But again, maybe there is somebody out there doing this. So in terms of the characters, Chris will talk about the Lancia Delta HF Integrale rally car and the Nismo R34 Z-Tune. Stella will talk about the Citroen BX and the Peugeot SUV 2008, of course the two cars from the previous update. And Jeremy will talk about the Citroen, the Honda Lancia Delta, Nismo R34, the Nissan Skyline HT 2000 GTR, that is the 1970 version, or the KPGC10, and the Toyota 2000 GT from 1967. Number five, Brand Central. A new channel and museum section for Nismo has been added for Asia Pacific and Japan. Number six, GT Auto. Of course, this is going to be the engine swaps in the car maintenance and service section. This is always one of the better parts of an update, I would say, especially recently, and overall this one's looking like a pretty healthy and varied list. In fact, a lot of these are pretty exciting, so let's get into them then. So of course these will be unlocked at level 50. That is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition Group 4 car. So the racing variant in Group 4 now has an engine swap. My personal favourite looking one so far from this list is the Renault Sport Clio V6 24V from 2000. Of course, the Renault Clio V6, an absolutely strange and wonderful French little car, and it is now getting an engine swap. Next up is one that I didn't expect. The Subaru WRX STI Isle of Man Time Attack car now is receiving an engine swap. The Toyota 86 GT Limited from 2016 as well. And to finish off, another very interesting one, the Toyota Celica GT4 ST205 from 1994. This for me is a car that has been needing a decent swap for a very long time, so hopefully it now gets it. Number seven is Scapes. Lone Pine has been added as a feature creation in Scapes. And then in other improvements and adjustments, we have number one, localization. They fixed various text localization issues. And number two, others. Various other issues have been addressed. Thank you for your support and please continue to enjoy Gran Turismo 7. So there we are for the entire update notes for July 2025 or update 1.61. Honestly, it may be the most pathetic update notes that I can really remember. There's been a few bad ones over time, but that was absolutely dire. Really, the only thing of kind of proper note was the engine swaps there. But even in terms of sort of the minor changes that we see to the game, there's no bug fixes or really anything like that. It's just purely kind of localization issues and such. But in terms of the actual update itself, I genuinely don't mind it too much. I wasn't expecting really anything at all, even if there was going to be an update this month. But in terms of the Nismo and the Honda M1, I think they're really good inclusions to the game. Really, the Nissan Qashqai can go and get itself in a bin, let's be totally honest there. And the engine swaps do seem much more interesting than some of those that we've seen in recent memory. Again, whilst it is a smaller list, I think it's very nice and very varied in terms of the cars and the swaps there. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments section down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Anyway, take care guys, peace.